Good morning. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight, retired, reporting. When I was 24, I got to Germany and I stayed there 7 years. The first Christmas I celebrated in Germany was with a German family, Heinz and Ingrid Schneider. They rented the apartment upstairs from the house they built themselves after World War II. Christmas Eve is a huge thing in Germany because Christmas Eve is when you bring friends and other people that aren't your immediate family to celebrate Christmas. So in 1985, they invited me down to their house to celebrate Christmas. Now, Heinz and Ingrid was a little younger than I am right now, and but their mother was still alive. Ingrid's mother was still alive. I don't know her name. They just called her Mutti. And when I was down there talking to Heinz about something, Mutti came by. Now, she was one of those women that you would never find her coming out of her house not immaculately dressed. She was always dressed to the nines. And she spoke very little English, but the English she spoke was quite good. And because she heard that I was coming to the Christmas celebration, she said, "Reggie, can you make us some Eyre punch?" And at first, I didn't know what the hell is she talking about. Eyre. Oh, German. Eggnog. She wanted me to make her some eggnog because she had never had it before, but she had heard good things about it. So I went to the Class 6 and I got a bottle of Southern Comfort. And I made her some good old fashioned Georgia eggnog, with the heavy cream and the nutmeg and cinnamon, heavy on the Southern Comfort. And, made it downstairs in Ingrid's kitchen with her big punch bowl. And so we have Christmas dinner. And after dinner, we started drinking the eggnog. And Mutti went nuts. I mean, she took those little cups that you have in the from a punch bowl, and she drank glass after glass after glass. And she just kept saying, "Oh, Reggie, this is sehr schön." In German, "Oh, this is so good," right? So anyway, we're sitting there, and we're just sitting there talking. I think me and Heinz had cognac and a couple of cigars. And I noticed I don't hear Mutti talking. I'm like, what happened to Mutti? I looked over in the corner, and Mutti had, taken her top tunic off like a little vest, folded it neatly, took her hat and put it on top of it. And she sat in her chair, folded her hands, and she went to sleep because she was fall down stinking drunk from the eggnog. The next, 2 days later, I talked to Heinz, and Heinz said that Mutti could not stop talking about that eggnog, how much she enjoyed it so much. And she wanted the recipe so she could make it for her friends. And so I obliged, and I did that. I even got an extra bottle of Southern Comfort, which I was not supposed to do because you're not supposed to go to Class 6 and give them alcohol, but I gave them a bottle because they were very kind to me. The end note to this was that that was the last Christmas that Mutti celebrated. Months later in the summer, Ingrid came by to check on her at her house, and they found her neatly dressed with her hands folded over her chest and just sitting in the chair and, passed away peacefully. But that Christmas, every time I think of it, it cracks me up. It's amazing how something simple like that can really bridge the gap of culture and communication. Because Mutti must have drank 9 to 10 cups of that eggnog, and I made it super strong. She took it like a champ. So anyway, that's my first Christmas memory story, and I hope you enjoyed it because, yeah, Heinz and Ingrid Schneider were the very best people to me. And this time of year, when it gets cold, and if I'm in a place where it starts to snow, I immediately think of them. They were the quintessential people of Christmas in my heart and mind. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight, retired, reporting. Have a great Monday.